This is Columbus Concerns, a public affairs presentation of North American Broadcasting. Here's your host, Mark News.
And thanks so much for joining us this morning on Columbus Concerns. Steve Votaw is here, and he is the executive director of the Furniture Bank of Central Ohio. And Steve, thanks for stopping by.
Well, thank you, Mark. It's a pleasure to be here with you this morning.
For those who have never heard of the Furniture Bank, and it's going to be kind of tough because you guys have done a lot here in Central Ohio, but tell us, what is the Furniture Bank and what do you do?
Oh, great. Well, the Furniture Bank is obviously a nonprofit that tries to work with families who are coming out of poverty, who have been evicted from their home, or maybe have lost everything in a fire, or maybe going through a domestic violence or homeless situation. And so many times folks are starting over, but they have absolutely no furniture. And so our mission is really to turn an empty house into a home of hope. So last year, we served over 3,300 families. We provided them basically with a house full of furniture, and that equates to about 10,000 people. So, in our community, Mark, a lot of folks don't realize that, every night we have thousands of kids who are sleeping on a floor. We don't think about a table and what it means to a family. I mean, we eat at the table. We have critical conversations. We do homework at the table. We play games at the table. And, there are things like that we need to make a house a home. Mm-hmm. And so that's our mission, is really to take that excess furniture that's out there in the community and try to match it with families who have a need.
Before we go any further, Steve, do you have a phone number and a website address for the organization?
We certainly do. Our phone number is 614-272-9544. And our website is furniturebankcoh.org. And we'd love to have you come and take a look at our website, or obviously if you have any furniture, if you happen to have bought a new couch recently or a new table and chairs or a new mattress, really we'd love you to think about us as someplace for that piece that you no longer need.
Where are you located?
We are located at 118 South Yale Avenue. It's down in Franklinton. It's about 10 blocks west of the former Mount Carmel West Hospital.
Mm-hmm. And is that where folks bring their donations?
They can bring it to us there, yes. But the beauty of our service is we'll go out in the community and pick it up. So
nice.
Every day we have 3 trucks out in the community, probably stopping at around 60 different stops to pick up gently used furniture. And so it's a pretty cool model, Mark, where last year we had over 8,000 people donate furniture to us. They donated altogether over 60,000 pieces, which is phenomenal, And so we go out and we can pick it up for you for free if you like.
Are there any things you need more than other things?
Yeah, we are, quite honestly, Mark, we are always in need of mattresses, appliance, sofas, dressers, kitchen tables, and chairs. Those are the big things, and we always could use more of those, yes.
And, I imagine if you were in poverty and you get a new bed, or you're going to have sheets, I imagine you probably take the sheets too.
We do that. Thank you for bringing that up. Absolutely. We can take almost all your household items. I mean, the thing to remember is that we're trying to make a house a home. Mm-hmm. And so even things like artwork, towels, pots and pans, dishes are things that families need to get started. And so if we have a core piece of furniture like a sofa or a mattress, we can then pick up other things. And so we've been able to even pick up things occasionally like exercise equipment and things like that. We have a thrift store up on Morse Road where we can sell some of those items that people no longer want that have a second opportunity or for a second life. And we sell a small percentage of that. And that actually allows us to further our mission at the Furniture Bank, which is cool.
And I imagine you take donations.
Oh, absolutely. So
cash donations.
Yes, we do. Well, Mark, we really have this really unique model. We get no government money.
Okay.
And so it's all based on acts of kindness. And so we have about 8,000 furniture donors, like I said, every year. And then we have a wood shop where we can build our own furniture. We never get enough dressers or bed frames. So we have a phenomenal relationship with Solder in Northwest Ohio, where they donate their wood to us, which is used to build IKEA product. They donate that wood to us, and then we have volunteers who help us build dressers and tables, which is great. Last year, we had about 2,500 volunteers walk through our door and actually helped us build or fix furniture, which is really cool.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
then
fantastic.
We have about 1,000 financial donors. So it's kind of these 10,000 acts of kindness that come to the furniture bank, and then we in turn give that furniture out to families in need. And it's 3,300 families last year, or about 10,000 people. So it's really this cool model.
Amazing.
We're able to, keep this furniture. Quite honestly, a lot of it would end up in landfill. So it's really a green effort as well. It's not as big of a part of our mantra or our mission, but it is very true. I mean, we throw away so much furniture in our country. Last year, I think I read somewhere where it was like over, I want to say like 100 million tons. Now, don't quote me on that, but it was like an unbelievable number of amount of furniture that we throw away into landfill. And quite honestly, we have kids sleeping on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got to find, we are the way. I think a furniture bank is a way to help be a little more conscientious about our environment, as well as benefiting those families in need.
Steve Votaw is here from the Furniture Bank of Central Ohio. Again, their phone number is 614-272-9544. And your website?
It is furniturebankcoh.org.
And before we, I wanted to talk some more about how people get involved. But you have an interesting event coming up at Easton, right?
Yes, we do, Mark. Thanks. We have a bed race up at Easton in the Barnes & Noble parking lot. It's going to be on May 2nd, Saturday morning. And it's a very fun event where we get someone, we have teams register, and they have to have some person ride the bed. And then 4 people push the bed. We already have the beds made. They're on wheels, or folks can make their own. And we ask them to decorate it and wear costumes and have fun. So last year we had teams from the Flintstones. We had Star Wars. But, it's a great event. And the proceeds really help us provide furniture to those families in need. So we thought a bed race was kind of neat because it relates to furniture and what we do. It's a lot of fun. And so we really encourage folks to come out. Again, it's May 2nd out at Easton in the Barnes & Noble parking lot. And we'll probably have 40 to 50 teams. We'll have several hundred people there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And they just go to your website or call to get involved?
Yes, actually, you can go to our website. We have a link to the web right there on our website where you can sign up. And actually, you can see some video from previous races and some of the different designs that folks have come up with their beds. But it's a great event for a great cause. And we really hope it kind of highlights the need for mattresses and beds in our community for those kids who don't have a bed to call their own.
What a fantastic thing for a family or for a corporate group, a team building effort. They get their fun shirts on, and then they get dressed up and they come out and do an event like that and really help for a good cause.
It is. It's fun, and it's helps a good cause. And so that's the idea, is try to make it both for folks. And
Steve, for someone listening who is in need of your services, talk a little bit about who's eligible, first of all.
Yeah. So first, the way we operate is we partner with nonprofit partners as well as the faith-based community. So we do not really screen. We want to support those that are serving families. And so all of our referrals come from either a nonprofit or a faith-based organization. And if they call us and say that, for example, John Smith needs 15 pieces of furniture, he just says starting over, we accept them. but they have to really come in through a partner. And last year, we worked with over 75 different organizations that actually referred somebody to us for furniture. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat.
Tell me about the process. Is it just like shopping? Do people come down and just pick what they need?
Yeah, actually, great question. Yes, they do. So we have what's called a point system. And so every piece of furniture is worth so many points. And families come in and get to shop. They get so many points, so they're pre-approved by our partner organization ahead of time. And so they might get, for example, 45 points. That's equivalent to about 15 pieces of furniture. And so they actually come to our showroom or warehouse there and actually get to select the pieces of furniture that they want for their home. So it's really pretty cool. And they can get, decorative items for their walls. They can get those pots and pans and things like that as well. But the big thing, of course, is the furniture and the beds. And so they get to select it. And then the beauty is we deliver it that very same day.
Oh, nice.
So, we like to say that we can get you furniture faster than any furniture store out there.
Well, and that's a good point, too, because, if you have nothing, you're not going to be able to deliver that stuff or pick that stuff up and then take it yourself.
That's correct. And, and our feeling, Mark, is that, the sooner that we can get folks off the floor into a mattress and a good night's sleep, the better. And when you're thinking about, kids in school trying to learn, we really feel it's our responsibility to try to get that furniture to them as fast as we can. And so we've set our system up so that we can deliver it the same day, which is pretty neat.
Now, you talked a little bit about the people that come in and help repair the furniture or put furniture together or build furniture in some cases. What other types of volunteers and volunteer opportunities are there?
Well, the most popular, obviously, is the building of the furniture, which is very, very popular, and it's pretty cool. I mean, we actually you can make a bed, you can make tables, we can make chairs, we make dressers. It's really cool, and we take corporate groups as well as faith-based groups, whatever that come in. We have a volunteer manager that oversees that. And so you can call or reach out to us anytime at the 272-9544 number and ask for a volunteer manager, and we can set you up for something like that. We also have opportunities where you can help families select the furniture. We have volunteers that actually work and go through our warehouse helping families select. And then we have a thrift store on Morse Road where you can always help us as well, where we get a lot of product donated that we need to go through. So it's, more family items, it's, clothing, things like that, little knickknacks, things that volunteers help us sort and prepare as well.
And how many, do you have a pretty big paid staff or?
Actually, we don't. Our paid staff is we have 35 paid staff, and that includes retail at our thrift store as well as movers, our drivers and so on. So we're pretty thin, but, quite honestly, when you think about all of our volunteers, last year it was 2,500 volunteers, and they provided over 28,000 hours of service for us. Yeah. Mark, that's equivalent to almost 14 full-time equivalents. What I mean?
Sure. That's where you get it done.
It's volunteers are our lifeblood, and donations are our lifeblood. And so it's really, we couldn't exist without the community and the generosity of this community.
So if there's someone out there with, again, a gently used bed or some other household items and they would like to donate them, how do they do that?
Yeah, all they have to do, they can actually go on our webpage and they can fill out a form on there, and then we'll contact you and try to schedule a date to pick up. You can call us directly at our 272-9544 number and ask to make a donation. Either one of those is fine. The big thing, we do ask some questions. Now, obviously, we can't take anything with bed bugs, as you might expect.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And we really can't take anything that is torn, ripped, a stain, things like that. I mean, we really need, furniture that is, safe and good for families. We can take that away from you. We can get it out of your house. We will dispose of it, obviously, and that is not. We can't do that for free. But we can get that if we can't take it. If it's not something that we could use for a family, we can still get it out of your house if you'd like. If you bought that new couch and you just needed that old one out of your living room, we can do that.
And do you take? Can people drop things off at your location?
Actually,
or do you not?
Absolutely. They can come down anytime between 8:30 and 4 at our location at 118 South Yale, and drop things off. And quite honestly, we get quite a few folks. Every day we get probably somewhere around a half dozen folks that come in on Fridays. Of course, we get more, but yeah, you can always feel free to bring things to us
and save you the fuel costs and the everything.
It helps us out tremendously.
Steve, I know that you've been around more than 20 years. We were talking about that earlier. And it is sort of a unique thing for Central Ohio in the country. When you take a look, the Furniture Bank was one of the unique organizations here for Central Ohio. Is it still a unique thing, or have they sprung up in other places around the country?
Yeah, actually, that's good. They have sprung up around the country. There's now about 80 to 90 furniture banks out there. What is really unique about Columbus is that we are probably the third largest furniture bank in the country. And we had some great corporate support in our early years from Big Lots and several others that really allowed us to grow and serve more families. And, quite honestly, Big Lots has been so instrumental in our start. Over the course of our 20 years, they've donated more than $7 million to us as an organization, which, if you take that number, that allowed us to serve over 28,000 families in our community. And so it's that kind of support that has really helped us grow as an organization to be able to meet the need. And even then, Mark, we're not actually meeting the need in our community. I mean, when you think about some of the challenges that we're facing, like in 2018, there were 18,000 eviction notices that went out. We have 10,000 people living in homeless shelters throughout the year. You look at the domestic violence calls. You look at kids in the, child welfare system that are getting placed with grandparents who don't have beds and things for their kids. Yeah. It's a very significant problem in our community, and we're doing more than scratching the surface, but the need out there is greater than obviously our ability to provide.
Steve Votaw is here from the Furniture Bank of Central Ohio. And before we run over your website address and phone number again, tell us when is the bed race, the fundraiser? It's Saturday, May 2nd.
That's correct.
And it's at Easton. And again, how do you get involved in that?
Yeah, please feel free just to give us a call or go to our website. Quite honestly, there you can see some great pictures of the various beds. You can see the Darth Vader bed and the Flintstone bed, a lot of fun, different designs. But just go to our website at www.furniturebankcoh.org and just click on events, and you'll be able to see our bed race right there. And we have a video there of some that we shot a couple years ago. So it's really cool. So we'd love to have more teams. We have more capacity right now if there are teams out there. We have college teams. We have work teams. It's a lot of fun to kind of think about your design and your costume and how you're going to design the bed. And like I said, you can build your own bed, or we have about 25 beds that we've built that you can just use for one of ours as well and decorate it. And so it's a lot of fun, Mark. We'd love to have a few more teams out there that really want to do this for the good cause that it is.
And donate.
Yes, please. If you have any excess gently used furniture, please think of the Furniture Bank, because we could really use your support and would love to be able to help you.
Steve, thanks for stopping by today. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Columbus Concerns. a public affairs presentation of North American Broadcasting. You can send questions or comments about today's show to Columbus Concerns in care of this station, 1458 Dublin Road, Columbus 43215. Or email us at columbusconcerns@napcomedia.com.